Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge outdoor wall sconce called the Province Large. This is going to be the 30, 56, 55. It's also a smaller one. You should check that one out as well. This one's going to be 15.4 inches total height, 10.2 inches wide, has a projection of about 7 inches from the wall out. Backplate 4.5 inches wide times 7.3 inches high, and the mounting height, which is the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the electrical outlet box, is coming in at 10.8 inches. A lot of ways to show you more information about that is to look at the install sheets, and we can do that right now. If you're on the page for this on our site, HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on the right hand side of your screen, midway over, and you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So click on that for me if you can and open it up. You will see a lot of great info there. It's going to show you how to put it together, a full parts list, but the most important thing for you, it's going to show you how it goes onto your junction box and where it's going to be centered back there. You're also going to notice there's also going to be a picture of this, and part of your parts list is going to be a tube with a flared end that's going to accept the retaining ring that keeps the glass on the fixture. It just goes into the end like that. This is going to be kind of a proxy for your hand getting up into the glass to put the glass on. So you basically just kind of put the glass into it, put this underneath, use it, and turn it slightly to the right, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, until this is nice and snug on there. When you take it off, it'll be just like that. This will be holding the glass on. You will put this into a drawer someplace in your kitchen and make it disappear for probably the next 5 or 10 years. And then someday you may need to change that bulb, and this is what you're going to go find. Okay? So don't throw it away. Let's talk about what's inside of this. It's going to be using a medium base porcelain socket with threaded, because remember that retaining ring, this our little friend here, is going to be going around that to keep your glass on. Hubbardton Forge says that this is going to be maxing out at 100 watts, and that's going to be for an incandescent light bulb. This is a standard, probably a 60 watt maybe. Hold on. Yep, 60 watt bulb. We all grew up with this. So, but it's going to be maxing out at a 100 watt version of this because of the heat generated by this bulb. If you guys want to go better than that, obviously we're going to do LEDs, so it's because we're all doing it now. They don't generate much heat and they don't use a lot of electricity, and you can use whatever you can get into the fixture basically. That's the only limit. And this is an A19, just like the bulb I just showed you. This is an A21 size. I can find the A19 up to 100 watt equivalent out in the marketplace like Amazon. I can find this, and I actually bought this in my local hardware store in Vermont, and this is 150 watt equivalent Sylvania. Nice Sylvania. You can also choose the color temperatures that you like for your light. I talk about it all the time. I like the warmth of an incandescent bulb. However, I like it coming out of an LED, and that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin on the scale. So when you're buying bulbs online, look for 3,000 Kelvin warm white. If you like that whiter daylight, that's going to be 4,000 to 5,000 Kelvin. No, there's no right or wrong thing about that. It's just about preference, and there you go. So moving on from there, why don't we just touch on, if you are in the beautiful state of California and you are pulling permits and they're going to be coming out and checking on what you are doing for electrical, for new construction or renovation, they may ask you to do this setup, which is going to be a GU24 socket and a GU24 light bulb. It just keeps you from ever putting in an incandescent. It's more expensive, and then these bulbs are more expensive too. So if you are not pulling permits, just go for the old incandescent version. Put in your own LED. You can get this LED in any store. It's only a couple bucks. These LEDs tend to be, this will come with it if you happen to do this setup, but buying these in the future are more expensive just because there isn't as much of a need for it. This is also going to be true if you guys are doing a LEED certified building. That's LEED, and that's going to be for tax credits for new construction, for residential or commercial, to get the tax credits for energy use, okay? So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces, and it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture, and they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Cool. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.